Well, friends, welcome back once again. As JJ on JJ's PC Built. Today is time for pre-built. Could say nightmares, but I'm not going to say it's nightmares just yet because we're not there. Let's have a little discussion really quick before we get started. And I'm going to tell you what we're going to be doing today so you can stick around all the way to the end and it's going to get interesting. The problem I found out with pre-builts is this. There's a lack of transparency. And the reason why I say transparency is because they don't list every one of the specs when it comes to the PC. They list what the PC is and the main components, but they forget about the other components that are just important as well as the main components. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the action screen. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. And then I'm going to show you how to pick the parts to build your own and see the difference. So let's go to the action screen and see what I got cooking. As you can see, I got nothing on the screen just yet. The reason is because I like taking you guys along with me from the beginning to the end. And by doing that, so you see every little bit that I do from the beginning to the end. So, make sure you got your big cursor, by the way, which I do. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off at the beginning with Google Chrome or DuckDuckGo or wherever you got to go. I got DuckDuckGo, so. As much as I don't like what Amazon's doing right now, we're going to go on Amazon and we're going to see what we're looking for. Let's go to Amazon and let's go there. Let's take the all button, go down to where it says computers and type in pre-built piece. Let's see. Yeah, pre-built gaming PCs. That sounds good. Okay, so we got a gaming PC here with the 5700X, a 4068 gigabyte. Let's have a little peek. Okay, so let's see what this is all about for $920. Let's see what they. Well, good gosh, it clicked me all the way down there. Yep, I guess that's where the important details are now. Okay, it says screen resolution, that it's a 4K PC. Processor is 3.4 gigahertz. It's a 6700X. DDR4 RAM. Memory speed 3.2E plus 3 megahertz. Okay. I don't think they did that right. And it's got 1 terabyte SSD. Let's just see if we can patch this together. Let's see. It's got 32 gigabytes of says system RAM. So we're putting this together. See, this is what I call about transparency. Okay, so the gaming PC with AMD Ryzen 7 5700X. It's got an RTX 4060, 32 gigabytes of DDR4 at 3200 megahertz, CL16. I already know the clock latency. It's got 1 terabyte NVMe SSD with RGB. Cooling fan, power supply, Wi-Fi support. Not sure what kind of Wi-Fi supports. Looks like it's an MATX, maybe motherboard. Yeah, it's an MATX, because usually a motherboard right here would reach all the way down to the bottom of the bottom side of the pan of the case. So basically it would right down here, the motherboard would reach. So it's an ATX MATX case. It looks like it's a Mustex case, but it's only holding 240 at the top, 240 millimeters at the top, 240 millimeters on the side. So you You got 5 fans. To me, that's not enough airflow. This is not enough airflow for this. I say 6 fans would be good. So this gives you the inch rate. You can look at it like this. So 2 sticks at 16 gigs a stick, 1 terabyte, 5 ARGB fans. Let's see, flagship processor. Well, 5700X is definitely a good processor because I got it in my PC. 4.6 gigahertz max boost clock. I got mine boosted up to 4.850. The same as a 5800X. Knowing the 5800X is cheaper than the 5700X right now, so yeah, I would have went with the 5800X with this kind of build. So because that's got 5% more performance than the 5700X. So that's the reason why. And it's got a 1-year warranty. Wow. You don't even add in the factory warranty. You guys see where I'm going with this, right? So, looking at all that, let's see. You got a 12400F, 5500, 13400F, only 16 gigabytes of VRAM, or 16 gigabytes of system RAM. Sorry, not VRAM. For $900, 4060, it only gives you 16 gigabytes system RAM. Wow, that's too. 2060. It's got a 2060 in here. Ryzen 5 2600 up to 26. Wow, for 500. Damn. That could be a collector's piece, but some people would say that's kind of ugly. But anyway, 9700X 4060 1 terabyte 16 gigs for $1,300. I got 64 gigs of RAM in mine, and it's about the same price as this. And I got a 4070 and a 5700X, but this is a 9700X. And the point is, there is none. 9800X 3D, 64 gigs, 6000, 5080, too steep. Same system we've seen before. Office computer, I agree. 650 watt power supply with all this. No futuristic improvements. This is the problem. No futuristic improvements. Now, 14700KF with the 4070, 32 gigs of DDR5, 1 terabyte SSD for $1,700. So the reason why we're doing this today is we are looking at the prices of pre-builts on Amazon. But what we're going to do is we're going to take and build our own list and see what we can get for the price of $1,500. I think that would be a good challenge to see what we can get for $1,500 or less. I mean, this has got the 4060, same price. This has got the 5080, $600. Guys, not a 5080, a 580. 32 gigabytes of DDR4 3200 with a 700 watt power supply. That depends on what's under the hood. 4.1, that's telling me they're using an older reference to DDR4, that it could be Zen 2. Could be a guess, it could be a Zen 2 being at that. Or they could be using a 5500 or a 5600, somewhere in there. So, let's see. 12400. And this gets a screen. You get a screen with the RX 580. It's got an i7. See, this is the transparency I'm talking to you guys about. There is absolutely no transparency. This has got an RX 550, $200. It's got a 512 gig SSD. It's got Windows 10 Pro renewed, which you're not going to be able to get Windows 11 with unless you do some tricking and everything else. But Windows 25 H2 will not allow this PC right here to go upwards. So that's not going to work for you. No, this wouldn't work for me neither. That would be no. This would be no, too compact. Okay, so this is the deal, guys. This is the deal. Okay, we're gonna minimize this screen, right? We are gonna take and bring up the calculator. We are gonna bring up Notepad. We are gonna put it on the right screen. Okay, we're gonna bring up Notepad. Put it to our left. Ugh. See, this is the reason why the big cursor is a big problem sometimes. Okay, so let's do this. Let's really wish Windows would fix that. Okay, so what do we need? So let's type, what do we need for our PC build? Okay, what do we need for our PC build? We already had a look on Amazon, just the first page. I know it's not everything. You can go look for everything on their page. But what's the first thing we need? We need a CPU. So we need a CPU. Okay, now, what kind of CPU do we want to get? Well, let's do this. Let's go back. And what I've noticed that would be a better budget option would be a CPU combo and see what they come up with. So you never know. There could be many CPU combos. Many. See, they got for 351, they got 7600X. We got 5700Gs. We're going to stick with AM5 today. We are going to stick with AM5. They got $484 for a 12th gen. Let's kind of scroll down and look at it a little bit better. So, let's see. They got 7600X combo. That's not what we're looking for. Okay. Let's do this. Let's say we do an AMD CPU combo and see what we come up with. We want to get a combo that has the RAM, the motherboard, and the CPU all together as one. That's what we want to do. And the best combo I found that would be best for the build would be the 7700X. You guys might go against that and say, well, you know, that's not worth it. 7700X. So, 7700X. Is that the combo we want? I've seen a combo in here that came with RAM. So now we type in with RAM. So this has got a Asus Prime B650. Let's see what this combo is. What it comes with. Okay, so it's got the processor. I don't see the RAM. Let's see. It doesn't come with the RAM, so I guess this isn't what we're looking for. But it's good to keep it in mind. It's good to keep it in mind. But I'm sure there's got to be a combo somewhere that's with RAM. And if we can't find it here, I'm sure we can find it somewhere else. Let's flip through one more page and see if we can find anything that's with RAM. Oh, they got a CPU. Motherboard, CPU, thermal paste, grease, 5500 combo. That's not what we're looking for. Okay, so we're not finding what we need here. So let's do this. Let's open up a new page. Let's go to Micro Center. I know you guys are going to say we all don't have Micro Center around us. Okay, so we go to Micro Center. And we type in CPU combo. So, top deals. Okay, so let's do the AMD bundles. Okay, so they got one here for $279 at 16 gigabytes. They got one here for $319, 16 gigabytes. They got one here for $299 and it's got 16 gigabytes. And they got one here for $339, 16 gigabytes, and they got one here for 7700X with 32 gigabytes. Let's see what else they got. To stay within our budget, that's what we're working on. That's the gaming axe. That's white, that's black. We're doing a black build, so let's scroll down and see what else. They got a 9700X with the Gigabyte B650 combo. That's $400 for $450. This is $450. What does it give? It's a white. So for $500 you get a 7800X 3D. So that's half the price. That's half the price of your build right there. So because they're saying $370 for the CPU, they're saying $195 for the motherboard, and they're saying $90 for the RAM. That's what they're saying in this combo here. So you got $529, $7,800. They got for $499 and 9900X for $500. That's not bad for $500. So if you think about it, that's not bad for $500. Because you get a 9900X, X670E motherboard, MSI motherboard, and you get G-Skill Flare X5 32 gigabytes DDR5 for $500. That is a smoking deal. So if we want to keep within our $1,500 range, we could do this one right here. We could. So let's dig a little further and see if we can. This is for $700. That's $200 more. And this says with the purchase of any, let's keep this in mind, with the purchase of any. So we can get a good graphics card for $600. Okay, so we could go, and we could go 16 core 32 thread processor with 32 gigs of RAM with a decent motherboard. And it says a motherboard upgrade for $100. We'll keep that in mind. So let's say you got a Micro Center close to you. We'll just use Micro Center then, because Amazon's not giving me anything that I'm looking for in this price range. It could, but it doesn't. So we could go this right here, 9950X with the 670E, or we could go this one here for $700. Depends on where our price lands. Okay, so now let's do this. Let's just say combo now. Let's change this to combo. Combo, and then put right here CPU Mobo. RAM, all in one. And the price, we go over here to the price. We go over here to the price, and we can say 7 and 5, that could work. So we could say this one right here, $700. So let's go ahead and say $700. We can adjust the price, and we can always look for something else. Okay, so now we got the CPU combo and the whole 900 yards. Graphics card. Now, that's what we're going to be looking for. Since we're getting an AMD processor, I'm not sure if they'll work it like that, but if they do, that would be really cool. But let's say they do work it like this, and you can get a Power Color AMD Radeon 7900 XT, triple fan, 20 gigabytes for $600. So let's say now the graphics card's $600. So we can hit this at $600, right? That right there is basically the whole inside of your PC. So now you got the whole inside of your PC. Now you need the outside of your PC. Okay, you don't have to get it here if you don't want to. You can get it cheap on Amazon. You can do it that way. So, but if you want to keep it all in here, basically what we can do now is, since we know where this is and we can get it all here, computer, PC parts, graphics cards, power supplies, computer cases. Now, we have to look for a case. All computer cases. So we're looking at all computer cases. And let's filter it out. Let's see. They got 3 refurbished. Let's see that. Okay, so that's not going to work for us. Let's go to filters. Let's take off the refurbished. Let's go to closeout and see what they got for closeout. Let's see. $64.99. Let's see this Montec Air 100. This looks like, you know, the same case I got underneath my feet. That looks like the same case I got underneath my feet. I really don't want that case. That case is so boring. You tell yourself that it's so boring. It's boing, 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 boring. It's like got no life to it. It's got nothing to it. So, okay. So let's go back to Amazon. And since we're not getting the motherboard and everything else from there, let's go and hit the I like Mustex. You guys might not, but I do, because they're good in price. This one right here for $79. It's got a rad top with 360, because those other cases were only 240 millimeters. So this comes with 3 for $69. This is the K2 PC, which I did the Christmas build in for $70. It's got three non-LED RGB fans, which that'd be fine. Plus it's got room to put fans underneath. This gives you a good impression. So let's say this case right here, the K2. This would be perfect for our build. So now we can say $70 for the PC case, right? So we can go PC case, and we can put $70. Okay, let me do this a little bit better. So we can say $70. Okay, so now we got the shell of our PC. Now we got the shell. So we got the heart, we got the brain, we got the blood, we got everything to flow inside the PC case. Now we got the PC case itself. So let's look at, we know we have a $1,500 budget. So let's say 700 plus 600 plus 70 equals 1,370 minus from our $1,500. We have $130 left to spend. $130 left to spend. Okay, now, since we're on Amazon, let's look for the last but not least thing, power supply, PC power. Now let's look for that. So we got $130 to spend. Always double check, keep your calculator open. So we got $130 to spend. 850 watt for 130 bucks, or 103 bucks. Still within our budget. Let's see. 2025 Corsair RM750E. Cybernetics golden efficiency. It's got a 12 volt high power cable, which we probably won't need with the 7900 XT, but it's good to have for future upgradability. So this is 750 watt. We only got 130. This is 170, so you can't go 1,000 watt just yet. 850 watts. I got the 750 watt thermal tank. Not too bad. This is like $89. That's not bad at all. Cooler Master, no. Red Dragon, no. Let's see. Let's see if we can find something that's going to give us 1,000 watts. That's good known name brands. You know, we could refine the search, but I want to see it all. Okay, they got this one right here, which I don't know the brand. It's got a 10-year warranty for 109, and it's 1,000 watt, 80 plus gold rated. So we got a 1,000 watt power supply. Sounds like it's a good deal. 10-year warranty, that's promising. So now we have a power supply for 110 bucks. So let's see. And we minus 110, we save, oh no. Let's see. 130 minus 110. Save 20 bucks. That 20 bucks you could use if you want to put like an extra RGB strip in or something else you want to use. Or you can go get you a soda and a smile. So you save 20 bucks on a $1,500 PC. Okay, most of your PCs that go this route don't have all what you have. So now minimize this. So we put the power supply, for $110. And basically you go back to your calculator, you hit clear, and then you go, okay, well now I got $700, $600, $70, and $110. So you spend $20 less on a $1,500 PC, and what you get is this. You get a 9950X 16-core 32-thread processor, an 800 series motherboard, 32 gigabytes of system RAM. Okay, good so far. You get, well, no, because I forgot something. You guys are going to say I forgot something. I did forget something. My bad. So, we forgot the CPU cooler. So now, we have to add that in. So we put CPU cooler. What I'm going to say is this. We'll come back to this. So, what we're doing is we're going to go to I like Thermalright, guys. They got this one right here, the Frozen Naughty. You can get this one right here, or you can get this one right here. I got this one right here. I can tell you it's a monster. 55 bucks. 55. This is only like within pennies of each other. So, and yes, this will work for AM5. This will work for AM5 and Intel in a whole 900 yards. So, let's add on to the price $55. This might go over our budget, but it might be well worth it. So, now we clear this off again. We go 700. And then we add the 55. It's a good thing we didn't spend that 20 bucks. 600. And we do 70. We could go cheaper and get it down on the power supply, but you know, I'd rather stick with what we have here. So we go over 35 bucks. So what? But this is the result of the build. And that's going to be my conclusion. So we're going to go back to the main screen and I'm going to tell you what we got. Okay, this is the conclusion of the build. Now we're back on the main screen. Don't forget your drink and snacks, guys. I got water today, so. Okay, this is what we did for $1,535. We got a CPU combo. CPU combo is the 9950X 800 series motherboard. Okay, we got 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM. Not too bad. We know it's probably going to be around 6,000 or 6,400 mega transfers, so we're not going to be in a bad boat. Graphics card we got on a sale. If it becomes to where you can get both at the same time as the deal, and don't forget, Micro Center has open box deals. You can also save a little bit of money there as well, and that'll probably, if we find an open box, we probably can get that down at least 100 bucks. So, but graphics card, you get a 7900 XT for $600. It's got 20 gigabytes of VRAM. Not bad. A PC case, a Must-X K11. Or was that K2? No, that was the K2. For $70. Comes with 3 non-RGB fans, which you really don't need because you're going to have RGB fans on the Thermalright cooler, which we got for $55 for the CPU. And the power supply for 110 bucks, 1,000 watts. So looking at that for $1,535, maybe we can get it reduced down. If you bought everything from Micro Center, we probably can get it below, probably down to $1,400 or $1,300. So to stay within our $1,500 range, it is possible. And put it all together, and still we can get a key from CD Key Deals, not a sponsor, for like 24, 25 bucks. So you can get a Windows 11 key. You can get the whole PC for less, or $1,500 less. Now going looking at the other PCs, the pre-builts, what kind of warranty are you getting? Okay, well, they give you a 1-year warranty. But on the other hand, if you want to spend a little extra and get a full warranty, extra warranty with these companies, you can get a 3-year warranty with Micro Center and then get 2-year factory. That's 5-year warranty. So you get a 5-year warranty compared to a pre-built at 1-year warranty. There's a way to work around everything. If you get it with Micro Center, you get a 3-year warranty. Do not register the PC parts until that 3 years runs out. Then register it, and now you got your full 2 years with the factory. So now you got 5 years. I think that's a better deal. And also, too, you get a warranty on the power supply for 10 years. 10 years. That's a great deal. Don't you think? I think it's a great deal. I mean, you get 5-year on the PC parts. Except for the case you might be able to get it for 5 years as well, yeah. Get a 3-year warranty on the case, 2 years factory warranty, yeah, you should be able to get 5 years. But the cases rarely wear out, so that's one less problem you have to worry about. And also, too, on the Thermalright cooler, it's not a bad deal for $55. You know what you get? 360 millimeter AIO. Plus, it has a fill port on it. So if it runs low on the fluid, you can refill it. You can get an extra bottle of fluid and fill it back up. And if you're wondering, the fill port is on the radiator, underneath one of those plastic caps on the side. I just found that out, and I'm like, oh, damn. That's a deal right there. That is a deal, especially when it has where you can fill the fluid back up. Make sure when you go to do that, you check with the manufacturer to find out what fluid they use. So if you go to Micro Center, you can match the equivalent to the same fluid. So this way you don't have a problem with it. But knowing you can fill the fluid back up, that's a lot of longevity. That's like having your own water cooler, your own pre-built water cooler for less than what? If you buy a full water build for your PC, it's going to cost you between $300 and $1,000. This is only $55, and it's got a fill port on it. And you probably can customize the fill port on that too, and put an extension on it so you can fill it from outside of the case. It's got its perks. So keep that in mind, guys. I know I made this like a 40 to 50 minute video, but I was excited today about this because I was sitting there thinking to myself when I was laying down, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, what does everybody want? They want power, performance. They want visualizations. They want everything. Now, what I told you with all these parts, they will work together beautifully. No ifs or ands or buts. They will work together beautifully. You set it up correctly, piece by piece, it'll work beautifully. And if you struggle with putting things together and this is your first time building, look, we have a live stream on Saturday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can bring those questions right to the channel. Get on the live stream with us and ask your questions, and we will answer them. We're just not stuck on one venue. This is what we're talking about, and that's it. No, that's not how it works on this channel. If I'm talking about one subject and somebody comes and asks me a question, I will stop what I'm doing, answer your question, and everybody in the chat will help along. So you got more than one person talking to you about how to resolve your issues. There's many people that get into our chat for the live stream, helping everybody out. We all work together as a team. This is a community. We work as a community. I got a lot of people on Discord that come and sit with me, and we go through everything and then just go right down the line. So if you want to be a part of that discussion, make sure you're there at 12 p.m. on Saturday every week. This isn't just a one-day thing. This is every week we do this, every Saturday. It's convenient for everybody on Saturday at noontime, so be there. But as you can see, you can build a PC for under $1,500 that has enough juice to play the games you want to play. And with the 7900 XT, where can you go wrong? And on top of that, here's what's on top of that. Now, if I remember right, and let me go back to Micro Center's website. And let's see. Let me go back to their site. You go back to the AMD bundles. Go all the way down. And I'm going to just flash this really quick to you guys so you can see it. Let's see. Yeah. This, I think, is the biggest deal in the world. Right here. Right here, 7900 XT with 3 fans. And it's power color. They didn't sponsor me, guys. I have no sponsors for this video. I really wish someday I would. I wish these companies would say, hey Jay, can I sponsor you? I would really love to have a sponsor for these videos. I really do. Because it would help the channel grow and help us get more subscribers, which I'm working day by day. And don't forget about that too. But I just wanted to bring you to that conclusion so you guys can see what you're actually missing. Do I really want to get a pre-built, or can I build it myself? You most definitely can build it yourself if that's what you want to do. This video today, I'm just, flashing you guys and showing you what you can do if you want to build it yourself. It's a neat little project. It's not hard. Do it step by step. It's very simple. Get all your pieces together and just build it very carefully. Take your time. It's not a rush. Build it piece by piece. You'll be fine. And if you get stuck on something, you're more than happy to come over here on Saturday. Or if you're in a pinch, you can join our Discord. And if you need a link to our Discord, just leave a comment on this video and I'll take and leave you a link. And then you can sign into our Discord. It costs absolutely nothing to sign into our Discord. And we got people over there that'll help you answer your questions if need so. So if you need help, we will do our best to try to help you. And if we can't, then we did our best. But we will try. Ask any one of my Discord patrons, they will tell you this. We work vigorously to try to find a solution. And if we can't find one, then we'll try to come up with other avenues and other ways. But we will work diligently to come up with a solution. But anyway, guys, I'm going to make this the end of the video right here. And if it's your first time here, let's just say it like this. If this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and don't forget about the notification bell so you know when I post the next video. Until the next time and the next video, you know what it is, and we'll see you on the next one.